This is my dot painting. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see all the little dots that are there. And within those dots, I have little symbols and characters and creatures kind of hidden within the picture. And that's because Aboriginal art does have symbols that are hidden within the artwork. And these paintings are actually used to help tell the traditional Dreamtime stories. And Dreamtime stories are the Aboriginal creation myths. And the storytellers can read those paintings, they can find the symbols and they can read them and they know what the story is based on those hidden symbols. So it's a really neat art form and we're going to do our own version of it. So to do this you need some paint. So I have some red, some yellow, some white, which are the traditional colors along with black, but we're going to use black paper, so instead of black paint, I'm going to use some green paint because the green looks good on the black paper. You do need some black construction paper, or really any color paper you like. I like the way the black construction paper looks, but red looks neat, orange, any color, and if you just have white, that's fine too. You're going to need some sort of a pencil, especially if you're using the dark colored paper. This is to sketch your design beforehand. So I'm going to use a yellow colored pencil. You can use really any light color or even chalk will work too. I'm going to use a pair of scissors to cut my paper and some Q-tips. Or cotton swabs, excuse me. This is what we're going to use to make our dots. So let's begin. Now the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to cut it into some squares because here's the thing. This one is awfully big. That is an awful lot of dots and it takes a long time to make those dots. So if you're working with kids, they might not have the patience to do it. If you want to make a big one, go ahead, be my guest, but we're going to just make a small one today. So I'm going to cut this. You can even make a little card, a little dot painting card. That would be neat too. But we're not going to do that today. We're just going to make a little rectangle. Okay, so I have my paper and now I'm going to sketch my design. Now, you can do some sort of simple animal or shape. You can just do simple shapes. Now in this book, this is a great book. This book is called Stories from the Billabong by James Vance Marshall and Francis Firebrace. And this has a lot of really beautiful dot paintings in it. A lot of, it has Dreamtime stories, the creation myths, but in the back of the book, it has a glossary and also it has some traditional symbols. So look at that, it has some really neat symbols. They're very simple, a lot of these symbols. The boomerang, the fire circle, a lot of them are just dots or wavy lines. They're really simple. I also like to do just some animals. So I think I'm going to do a turtle because that's a pretty simple shape. So that colored pencil just kind of gives me the outline. And now I am going to dot in my character. So I'm going to start with the creature. So I'm going to do some green paint, and I'm just going to do dots on the outline with the Q-tip. And the Q-tip works really well. It just gives you a really nice dot. Now the Q-tips give you a nice size dot. But if you're working with really young kids and you want bigger dots, I know there are lots of people that have done projects similar to this with the bingo daubers, those big things for bingo games that make dots. And those are great too. You get a nice big dot. It certainly goes a lot faster. Okay, so I've got the turtle. Now I want to hide him within some other dots. I'm going to use a fresh Q-tip so I don't get paint all over my hands. And I think I'm going to start with some yellow. The yellow looks nice on the black. And I'm just going to outline it with more dots. There's one layer. I'm going to put my Q-tip aside and I think I'll do a layer of red. The white looks nice on the black paper. So this is another one of those projects that works for a wide age range because younger kids will just kind of, do a few dots and be done, and older kids will sit for a really long time and be very exact. And it looks neat if you cover the entire paper with dots, which is why I like working with the smaller paper. So there you have it, my dot painting. Can you see the secret turtle inside?
For more great crafts and activities, visit our blog at pageturneradventures.com.
Is it 3 minutes? Okay. We could have doubled them up.